Hi there, welcome to I Alone Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Scorpio energy. We have concern, poverty, lovers, journey. The reason for the reading is the privileged lady. Scorpio energy, the duality of Scorpio energy is we are either bold and brave and confident enough to love ourselves and believe in ourselves and treat ourselves with compassion and forgiveness, to let go of past pain and heartbreak and self-limiting beliefs to give birth to something new. To be bold and brave and experience the emotional mysteries of life, the highs and the lows. And some people choose free willingly to harness shadowy Scorpio energy, where they prefer not to experience the emotional highs and lows of life, to keep their emotions hidden beneath the surface and make their life more about their worldly nature and about surrounding themselves with luxury in life, or being the pampered person in a relationship, kind of indulged in a relationship in their pride and ego. Some people could be concerned that if they move forward with loving people in their life and they align with their more loving nature and don't make like money and materialism the driving factor in their life, they could be afraid that they will end up not having the financial stability and security they want in their life. And because of that, they could have let some people that they could have had a deeply emotional connected relationship with go. And if they decided that they felt like they wouldn't have the financial stability and security in their life, they could have decided to move forward with someone else who might be someone who's surrounded by luxury in life, or someone who they think will enable their poor behavior. Basically, like they can be like a impoverished child in a relationship, and that someone will treat them like a mother would and just give to them unconditionally, even though they don't put work and effort within themselves to be more balanced and able to give birth to new things because they feel like they lack the ability to do that. You know, some people just haven't learned how to love themselves, and they're looking for other people to give to them, and they take. Some people right now, if they left loving people in their life in order to align with their more worldly egoic nature and therefore thought they could get in a relationship with someone who had money and materialism, they might be concerned because the people they went to go align with could be like them, where they might have money and materialism, but emotionally and in the arena of love, they're impoverished. Well, are they going to stay in a relationship with someone who's like themselves, who isn't giving and loving? You know, they before kind of thought people should be willing to be with them in a relationship, and that they should be able to take love from other people. Well, now they're in a relationship with someone who doesn't give to them either, and they're both kind of like in relationship because of maybe ego and image and status. Is that good enough for them to stay in a relationship like that? Are they going to go on a journey of love, or are they still going to be debating? It's like, but if I go with the loving people, I don't know if I would have, I don't know if they'll indulge me, you know, make me the center of attention. I don't know if I'll have the things of the world that I want. Well, you know, do you have hope and faith and belief in your ability to manifest, or don't you? You know? And then if they go with the other people who might have money and materialism, emotionally, they'll be left in poverty, you know? but they'll be in a relationship that maybe has money and materialism. Let's go get a few more clarifiers on this. Tell us about the person that's concerned. And you people who are more balanced and you know people who think like this, you might be concerned about them, you know, because for some of you, it's your parent, your children, your siblings, your friends, and you know that they battle within themselves about, do they align with their more fearful, insecure, indulgent, materialistic nature, or are they going to learn to love themselves and believe in themselves? So tell us about the concerned people. Emperor. Because of, let's move these down. Because of the Four of Wands. Some people like to be the pampered person in a relationship. There are some people in their life that they might feel out in the cold from right now and they'd like to move forward with them. But if they operate from shadowy energy and they like to be controlling in foundations, that's a problem. Because they also, the other loving people in their life might have detached from them. And because they were kind of shadowy and controlling, wanting to be the pampered person in a relationship, being stubborn and prideful, could have left the loving people because they wanted to be surrounded by luxury in life. Tell us about the poverty card. And when you could have known some of those people, you were trying to be bold and creative and inspired within a foundation to inspire people to get over their lack mentality and their ego nature to move forward in love. But, you know, we can't make other people choose love, you know, to get over their self-centeredness or their ego or their indulgent nature. Judgment card, because of the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles. You know, we all have to be willing to hold ourselves accountable. And are we going to hide? Do we try to hide in foundations that we're bossy and controlling and manipulative and stubborn and all those good things? Or are we willing to put in work and effort to gain insight and wisdom about why we do what we do? And are we willing to work together with people cooperatively? The Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. Are we going to harness high vibe Capricorn energy or low vibe Capricorn energy? Low vibe Capricorn energy is people who are very concerned with the things of the world, their ego, their image, money, and materialism. Some people got in a relationship and the people they were in relationship realized this person was hiding their more worldly focused nature. And the other people held them accountable for their actions. You're acting out of pride and ego. You know, you seem to be more motivated by and focused on status and image than love. And the high vibe people held them accountable because they were hiding. They were presenting themselves as being like they would be a good leader in a family dynamic or a workplace or a friendship group. But really, they were hiding their more worldly focused nature, which is our prideful nature. Tell us about the Lover's card. Well, the Lover's and the Journey card. And as some of you got in a new workplace or friendship group or relationship, you could be having some concerns right now that someone could seem to be more about their wants and needs, because the masculine in tarot can be represent, we all take action in the world in masculine energy. And if we align with our more masculine energy, we could be aligning with more of our worldly nature and pride and ego. And, you know, you wanted people in the Four of Wands, it's about people harnessing all four elements. You know, their heart, their mind, their creativity, their worldly nature, and they're all working together cooperatively to be bold and brave. You know, some people are a little bit more attached to their their wants, their needs, their lusts, their greed. And it's more about indulging in a relationship. And being in a relationship like that eventually kind of makes you feel like you're missing out on a truly abundant relationship or workplace. And you decided to hold them accountable for their actions. And you went within to gain insight and wisdom about your own fears and insecurities and self-limiting beliefs so that you were bold and brave enough to hold them accountable for their actions. You know, you want to be in high vibe Empress energy with other people. And the feminine energies in tarot talk about people's emotional state, and it's Libra Taurus energy. You want to be in a relationship not with people who think it's just and fair to be in relationships because of status or image or pride or ego. You want to be in relationships with people who think it's just and fair to put in work and effort to be loving and devoted and committed and creative and inspired and bold and brave and confident. You know, it's just, what do people think is just and fair? How do they view life? What's their idea of relationships? And why do they get in relationships? Why are they motivated in workplaces and in relationships? Is it pride and ego and status and image, or is it love? So the Lover's card and the Journey card. Some people who are kind of controlling and bossy, they could be feeling concerned right now that their partners are self-reflecting about their own, getting over their own fears and insecurities and self-limiting beliefs and, you know, what they really value in life, because they're afraid that those people might want to go on a journey of a more equally balanced, loving relationship. And some of these people that are in shadowy energy have kind of been indulging in the relationship. And if they want to move forward with the loving people in their life, they're going to have to go within and deal with their own issues if they're going to move forward with those people. And then they'll no longer be the pampered person in the relationship. It would be about being just and fair. So the Lovers and the Journey card. High vibe people in the King of Wands are being bold and brave to emotionally detach from old ways of being and thinking and perceiving. Because high vibe Scorpio in the Death card is willing to emotionally detach from the past and our more ego, worldly, immature, indulgent nature, and they're willing to give birth to new. And the High Priestess, they're starting to listen to their intuition. And in the Two of Wands, they're dreaming of what could be, and they dream of being in relationships with people who are loving and just and fair and creative and inspired and practical and grounded. People who are willing to take bold, brave, confident action, to put in work and effort to speak the truth, be in their more youthful, hopeful, believing nature and love. And in the Nine of Swords, give a lot of thought to having a new beginning, because who likes to be in relationships where it's like stagnant and people are just kind of indulging and people are hiding what they really want to do and you just keep staying in it anyway? You know, people who are bold and brave are willing to listen to their intuition. When their intuition tells them it's time to give birth to something new, you know, they communicate to their partners that, you know, I want to take inspired action in this foundation and what we're working on, because some things have been causing me maybe a lot of stress, or I've really been giving a lot of thought to, I don't know, making life more about love instead of ego and image or whatever. And some of the people in their life are really concerned about it because they could be people, again, the King of Wands and the Emperor energy are both Aries energy, and we can all harness that energy. Some people like to be controlling in a relationship, And in their shadowy Scorpio energy, they try to stop people from listening to their intuition and believing in their dreams, because if those people believe in their dreams, this person won't be able to just indulge themselves in a relationship anymore. They won't be able to emotionally manipulate their partner anymore. And they want their partner to put an end to believing in more just, fair, loyal, committed relationships, and to put an end to thinking about giving birth to anything new, because this person in shadowy energy doesn't want to give birth to anything new. They like to indulge themselves and have the other people put in work and effort, and the other people to maybe stay focused on them because they don't want to deal with their own fears and insecurity. That's like the perfect partner for people who like to be manipulative or controlling. How about you have fear and insecurity about leaving me, and you just indulge me in the relationship the way it is? Because I like being in control. I am fearful of love. I'm fearful of making a relationship about love. I'd have to hold my own kind of worldly, ego-based nature accountable. I'd have to go within to gain insight and wisdom about why I even act that way. And some people don't ever want to self-reflect about why they act the way they do. They just want people to indulge them being that way in a relationship. And they could be concerned because other people in their life are gaining insight and wisdom about how they operate. And the bold, brave, confident people might put an end to maybe being in relationships with people who are more secretive in relationships, who dream of being the center of attention and pampered in a relationship, or who think it's just and fair to be stubborn and prideful and egotistical, who are creative in how they work together with other people. They're defensive of dealing with their own fears and insecurities about love. So that's why they don't want their partners to love and believe in themselves, because they'll want them to work with their own fears and insecurities, and they don't want to do it. They want you to do the relationship they want, which is them operating from shadow and emotional defensiveness, probably being manipulative and controlling. And the other people want it to be based on love. And it's like, they harness their emotional energy different. Again, it's how they harness their Libra Taurus energy. And Taurus energy can be about how we view relationships. Some people view relationships and they think it's just and fair that they're bossy and controlling. Maybe that's how they grew up with people. And if somebody's going to be bossy and controlling in the relationship, it's going to be them. Maybe they don't trust that other people won't be bossy and controlling. Or maybe they grew up thinking life is all about getting in relationships to be surrounded by luxury in life. And that's the whole premise, or that it's good for their status or image. And that's how they view relationships, And other people harness different high vibe Libra Taurus energy. And they think it's about people balancing themselves, not indulging in their more egoic, self-centered, immature, indulgent, selfish, greedy nature. They think it's about being just and fair and balanced and putting in work and effort into relationships, walking the talk. The other people like to look like they're a pillar of society, have everybody look up to and admire them, but they certainly don't want people to gain insight and wisdom that they're kind of controlling and manipulative and kind of prideful or self-centered or egotistical. They don't want people to know that aspect of them. But when you were in a relationship with someone like this, you felt in lack. Like, it might all look good to the public and on the surface and in general, but if it isn't based on a foundation of love and people freely giving of themselves and being emotionally connected, it's going to kind of feel impoverished. And you might have gone within to gain insight within yourself. It's like, is it me? You know, and you worked through your own fears and loved yourself and believed in yourself and, you know, all those good things so that you could know that, you know, I'm okay. You know, I am, you know, I don't think I'm acting out of, I don't think I feel this way because of something within me. I have done the work within my own foundation and held myself accountable to deal with my fears and insecurities. I am ready to take bold action and detach from old ways of being and listen to my intuition. And so that's when you could have tried to encourage other people to do that also. And that's when they decided, nope, I'm ending this. Oh, you're intuitive. You listened to your intuition. You went within. Yeah, no, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I don't want to be in a relationship. The people that are in shadow don't want to be in a relationship with people who have gained insight and wisdom about how they operate in relationships. It's like, I'll go get in a relationship with someone else. I dream of being in a relationship with someone who's either going to indulge me, like be a mother to me, or someone who has money and materialism. I'll go try to manipulate them. I'll be creative. Maybe I'll try to have a new sexual beginning with someone who seems to be focused more on money and materialism and status and image. And because I'm defensive of facing my own fears and insecurities. And instead of making my life about being a spiritual leader and gaining insight about my own, why I take the actions I take in my life, I don't want to. I've decided I want to make my life about being indulged or being surrounded by luxury in life. And I'll go take action towards someone who in their Virgo nature might be a little shadowy, who is really focused maybe more on money and materialism and status and image. And I'll go see if I can get in a relationship with them and stop them from wanting to make life about more than that, because I don't want to make life about more than that. So there you go, Scorpio energy. I wish you all peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.